Power Moves, Part 3, The Distance Between Them. Jessie Powers was trying to do the right thing. At least, that's what she kept telling herself, because the truth was becoming dangerous. Michael Hughes was no longer just her boss. He had become the first man in years who made her feel seen beyond her ambition, beyond her talent, beyond the polished executive image she showed the world, and that terrified her, which was why the conversation hit her the way it did. She hadn't meant to overhear it. Michael's office door had been slightly open while she searched for the revised client proposal. His voice carried low through the quiet hallway, calm, controlled, familiar. But the woman speaking, sharp, precise, intentional, Anita Hughes, Michael's mother. "You need stability, Michael," Anita said firmly. "Not another complication." Jessie froze. Michael sighed heavily. "You think this is simple?" "No," Anita replied. "I think you're emotional, and emotional men make expensive mistakes." Jessie's stomach tightened. Then came the sentence that stayed with her. Lydia Campbell would be the smart choice. Silence followed. Then Michael spoke again, quieter this time. "She does make sense." Jessie didn't stay long enough to hear the rest, didn't stay long enough to hear the hesitation in his voice or the conflict. All she heard was enough. Enough to remind her exactly where she stood: an employee, a risk, a complication. By the time she made it back to her office, the ache in her chest had hardened into something colder. Distance. And maybe distance was exactly what she needed, which was how Marcus Somerville suddenly became harder to resist. Because Marcus never made her question where she stood, he pursued her openly, confidently, relentlessly. And now, he was escalating. Their dinners became longer, their conversations more personal. And unlike Michael, Marcus spoke like a man already planning a future with her inside it. "You're operating beneath your level," Marcus told her over dinner one evening, swirling expensive whiskey in his glass. "You need room to lead." Jessie leaned back slowly. "And Hughes Industries doesn't give me that?" Marcus smirked slightly. "Hughes Industries gives you responsibility." He leaned closer. "I'm offering you ownership." That got her attention. Not quite partnership, but close enough to taste it. Full autonomy over her own department. Creative freedom. A direct seat at the table. Power. Real power. And somehow, Marcus had started offering more than business. It was in the way he looked at her, the way he remembered small details, the way he made space for her in conversations about the future, a future she was slowly allowing herself to imagine. Because maybe Michael had already made his choice, and maybe she needed to stop waiting for a man who never intended to choose her at all. So Jessie did the one thing she thought would protect her heart. She pulled away. Fewer late nights at the office, shorter conversations with Michael, professional distance where warmth used to exist naturally. And Michael noticed immediately. He noticed the missing laughter, the guarded eye contact, the walls she was quietly building between them, but before he could fully understand why. Anita Hughes arrived, and she brought Lydia Campbell with her. Lydia was everything Anita considered appropriate, elegant, polished, old money beautiful, the daughter of one of the most influential families in their social circle, the kind of woman who looked like she belonged standing beside a CEO. And Lydia wasted absolutely no time making herself comfortable. She inserted herself into lunches, meetings, company events, always smiling sweetly while subtly pushing Jessie further and further to the edges of Michael's world. Jessie noticed. Of course she did. But what hurt most was that Michael seemed too distracted to stop it. Or maybe he didn't want to. And Marcus? Marcus saw the shift instantly, which made him even more dangerous. He kept Jessie busy: private strategy meetings, exclusive networking events, late-night brainstorming calls that somehow drifted effortlessly into personal conversations. Every second he occupied her time was another second she wasn't thinking about Michael Hughes, or trying not to, And for the first time since this all began, Jessie started wondering if letting go might actually be easier than holding on. But deep down, she knew one thing for certain. This wasn't over, not even close. Stay tuned for part 4. Also check out Forced to Marry and Love's Deception on morelegacypublishing.com.